We in there.
Oh, what's going on, Crypto Warriors? Good morning and welcome back to the Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 113.
113.
Today is February 28th, 2018, Wednesday. I decided it's best thing in my interest to start saying the date today because I forget. And also for the podcast, so the podcast folks will know what day we're streaming and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm unmuted. There we go. Alpha Robinson, listening to you guys from my SUV speakers. There we go, Alpha. Appreciate it.
Talking about
what is going on? Sergeant Crypto, God TV, Jamal J, South Bronx.
Oh, yeah.
Rakesh, Alex. It's me, Boss Lady, with the art. What's going on?
Oh, yeah.
Of course, it's Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 113. I am King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay. And we are here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
But we're getting better at being at just straight 10. We'll get there one day.
Oh, yeah.
Free Bitcoin winner from yesterday. Who do we have?
Free Bitcoin from yesterday. The question was, what person do you think may have their crypto taken or stolen through either social engineering or hack? A lot of good answers, but the best one was Floyd Mayweather from Kansas Key.
Floyd Mayweather? Why?
Yeah, well, the reason she was saying is because he's so flashy and he kind of shows it off. And in the cash world, he has enough security to make sure nobody takes it from him. Right. But in the crypto world and the tech world,
okay, just another.
I would say some guy in the basement in Russia could take what he has, just doing the right stuff. But I'm sure he has people in place for that. But I'm also sure Steve Wozniak had people in place for that too. So good answer. Candace Key will be sending you that free Bitcoin. Thanks for the answer. Boom. And yeah, Master P, one of the greatest entrepreneurs ever.
So somebody said, you wore the shirt? There we go. Yeah. Nipsey Hussle was just giving Master P a shout out too. So there you go.
Oh yeah, he already know.
What's going on, Lacoste Smith? What's going on, A Active? Again, if you haven't already, for next couple weeks, we'll still have the reduced prices open for the newsletter. Again, once we put out that the next one, which would be the primary one, that's going to go back to regular prices. But if you haven't already, KirbyCrypto.com, just click the join button. You can pay in crypto or credit card, debit card, whatever. We got Discord group, newsletters. Tutorials are starting to get uploaded already. You just uploaded a tutorial yesterday?
Yep. First tutorial's up.
So these are private tutorials. We're not going to let, they're not going out to the rest of YouTube and all that. So it's well worth your money. Then you can access a new question every day. So all these detailed questions you all have, we will answer them one question a day. So yeah, we're making it work. And then again, you can listen to us on Google Play and iTunes on the podcast now. Oh, yeah. We're still back updating that. I think we got to wait till March 1st until our memory clears again. And I bought the highest package. And we still can't.
We got too much content.
We got too much content.
Giving away so much free good stuff, man.
All right. The best story. I don't think this is going to be one of the best stories of the day. This might be one of the top stories of the year, people.
Oh, man.
We've talked about Bank of America already, but now JP Morgan Chase, that's right, resident dinosaur Diamond, has finally said that he sees crypto as a, quote, competition and, quote, risk to his business in his annual SEC report. So, annually they have to go ahead and file with the SEC about strength, weaknesses of their company, the growth, all that good stuff. And their annual report mentions cryptocurrencies under the, quote, competition subsection when describing how new competitors have emerged that threaten JP Morgan's operations.
Oh, man.
Quoted as saying, both financial institutions and their non-banking competitors face the risk that payment processing and other services could be disrupted by technologies such as cryptocurrencies that require no intermediation. What? We don't need nobody permission?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Apparently, we don't need you to hold our hands when we send money back and forth. It's a risk now.
Here's the best quote. This competition could potentially put downward pressure on prices and fees for JP Morgan Chase's products and services, or may cause JP Morgan Chase to lose market share.
Bang.
Well, that's what a healthy competitive market is,
exactly.
Right? Give that a round of applause.
Because we've said that before. We say even if you don't believe in Bitcoin per se, the fact that people are using it will put pressure on these banks to be better. Like when people are like, well, I could just go to crypto. They're like, all right, well, we got lower fees. We got to come up with something creative. So at the very least, they're changing their business model to keep up. And people who actually have Bitcoin, like I said, you're in on the money you can make from it, as well as the fact that you can send it back and forth. So shout out to you all, and shout out to JP Morgan for admitting that they have competition now.
Well, here's the thing, too. They say it's going to put downward pressure on prices and fees, which means you could have already reduced the prices and fees if you wanted to.
Could have.
The crypto isn't putting downward pressure on it. It's changing the market dynamic because people understand you're charging and overcharging for things you shouldn't be. But again, the Ned Flanders out there now they're like, well, the government says it's okay. JP Morgan's saying it's okay. Like, I guess it's okay now. I guess this is the time to buy it. So
used to being told what to do.
Again, you talk about bullish sentiments, people. Dino Diamond. Listen, it didn't even take a full 12 months to slay that dragon. Come on, like really. This is the competition. You gotta understand, JP Morgan, you said it before, he was like, that's the big brother to all the banks. Yeah. Like, we slayed that dragon in less than a year, people, all right? Yeah. Like, you think the rest aren't about to come crumbling down? Yep. And that's JP Morgan and Bank of America who basically said it. Yeah, A1 Dub is perfect. Maybe JP Morgan, Bank of America, are publicizing this to get ready for their next acts from their friends on Capitol Hill. That is exactly what they're doing. Exactly.
They got to
set it up.
Start the news, because when it happens, they're going to be like, well, everybody were into crypto. That's why the banks failed, or that's why we're in a rut now. That's why blah, blah, blah. And hopefully we have enough regulators, in there to see through it. Probably don't, but I'm sure there's some people that can look through it and be like, you had 9 years to prepare for this.
Right.
And on top of that, you've had hundreds of years to establish a good banking system, which hasn't happened at all. So don't feel bad for them at all.
Yep, man. They're about to lose that market share. Yeah. Yep, shout out to South by Southwest folks who making it down there. It was in Texas, Austin, I think, or something. I know it's me, Boss Lady, said she has an art show and after party there. Yep. And then shout out, Jamal J said he heard some European Union blockchain. Bitcoin, no value is FUD. Oh, yeah. I mean, come on. The FUD's going to happen every day, but
yeah, most definitely.
that T too crazy, coach. Hey, done to God.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so speaking of JP Morgan, Ned Flanders having to get permission again, we talk about the regulators. Well, it looks like the CFTC just gave the green light for their employees to trade cryptocurrencies. Bloomberg reports today that the CFTC General Counsel Daniel Davis gave the go-ahead in a memo earlier this month, apparently in response to numerous inquiries from employees about whether they could do so. While members of the agency can now invest in cryptocurrencies, they are still prohibited from crypto futures or margin trading and from using insider information gleaned through their jobs, the news source says.
Thanks for the permission, Dad.
Right. Thanks, Dad, again. A, B, trust me, there's nobody working in the CFTC who have insider information that can help them.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless they're using Telegram now or something that I don't know about.
And I'm sure they might be using it through other people. Well, I can't do it, but hey, if y'all want to do it.
The inside information they mean is when we give these YouTubers $100K to put this FUD video out for us and say Bitcoin's crashing again.
Get your shorts ready.
Yeah, get your shorts ready. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, again, bullish. You got the #1 bank coming out saying, all right, this thing's eating our lunch. We scared. Then you got the CFTC coming out, all right, employees can trade because he's probably got
too much demand.
Well, no, this somebody probably walked in. Somebody probably walked in General Counsel desk. Was like, you left your Coinbase account. Yeah, you left your Coinbase account open, sir. He was like, oh, everybody can trade. That's why he's a memo. He's like, let me just type this out and click send.
Yeah, I was just getting ahead of it. I'm checking it.
Right.
Like, let me taste the food before you taste it. Yeah, but yeah, that's crazy, man. They actually at this point have too much demand to deny it, which we've kept saying. When people demand it, they have to change. These people don't arbitrarily make a rule.
You're not going to keep people on the sideline making money.
Nah. Right? You're not going to come between them. And Americans, we're on it. We're on Bitcoin pretty hard, so the demand is high. Right. Some of these countries, like we said, South Korea, Japan, they're even crazier. They're like, you are not taking this money from me.
I mean, people get stressed and have heart attacks, and then price go up.
Yeah, exactly.
All types of stuff happen.
Get them out of here.
Right? I saw somebody put this in the comments, and yes, of course, we have to talk about him. Bill Gates. Come on, Bill. How much? You don't even need the money, Bill. What was the deal?
William,
he got a weapons deal. It has to be weapons or some type of defense and security. Yeah. Or the only other possible thing is you have to remember, was it Dave Chappelle came out and said he's talking about Donald Trump, and he was like, "This happens when you try to stop bullying, you get a real bully or something."
Oh yeah.
Well, just maybe because Bill Gates, stereotypically he is a nerdy type. Yeah. Maybe he was like, "This is going to happen, Billy boy. Yeah. You're going to say the statement." Or we're just going to take your money.
Yeah. Or we're going to hurt your business or something.
Right. But Bill Gates, principal founder of the Microsoft Corporation, has caused a furor. And this is, I think, from Cointelegraph. So I'm like literally just quoting from them. Yeah. Because I don't say furor. Among Reddit users stating that cryptocurrencies are a rare technology that has caused deaths in a fairly direct way in a Ask Me Anything. He's quoted by saying writing, the main feature of cryptocurrencies is their anonymity. I always say that word wrong. I don't think this is a good thing. The government's ability to find money laundering. He didn't go there. Come on, Bill. Yeah. You almost about to get this done today. Yeah. The government's ability to find money laundering and tax evasion and terrorist funding is a good thing. Right now, cryptocurrencies are used for buying fentanyl and other drugs, so it's a rare technology that has caused deaths in a fairly direct way. I think the speculative wave around ICOs and cryptocurrencies is super risky for those who go long. And then when one of the users pointed out that fiat currencies can also be used for illegal activities, such as the things he listed, money laundering, tax evasion, terrorist funding, and drug purchases, Gates said that the necessity of a physical presence makes illicit activities and transfers more difficult. He said, yes, anonymous cash is used for these kinds of things, but you have to be physically present to transfer it, which makes things like kidnapping payments more difficult. Wow.
Yeah.
So how often are people getting kidnapped? First of all, Bill.
Yeah. Well, we had 4 incidents. Man, people get. I mean, stuff happens to people, and on top of that, how many criminals have used Windows? Like, what, you going to shut down your company? I mean, people have used Windows to commit crimes, dude.
Well, and let's back it up even further. You know, with all due respect, Billy boy, I don't need the world's richest man to tell me how to not make more money. Exactly, like, I need you to give me tips on how to make more money. You tell me something. Back this up with something. What you should do is that's what I need to follow. You know, let's give it that positive criticism you should invest in. But I mean. And again, this is coming from the richest person in the world. Yeah, I mean, like, why are you even talking about risk right now? Like, what are you talking about?
He could easily pay his Chinese employees with crypto, real easy, and then they really won't find it. But at the same time, you know, these are people who, like we said before, maybe getting pushed out to say this.
Come on,
that's why we don't really take it seriously.
Because Bill Gates was pro Bitcoin and crypto for like the last few years. Yeah, this is a big, you know, Bill Gates for like last 3 years. He came out and said something a few years ago, 2015. Yep. So he's been pro Bitcoin, he's been pro crypto. And now he's coming out saying, well, you know, it's used for money laundering and terror. Like, he sounded like
people
a
might die. Yeah.
But I know he's smart.
He sounds like something else right now, but you can't say it.
And then Microsoft just said they're, the oldest, richest person. I know, right? I guess my Microsoft OS is part of the problem, too. Can't use Windows no more, right? Yeah, I mean, again, Torrance J playlist said the U.S. dollar is the most used currency for money laundering used by the banks. So
not even close, man.
Yeah, I mean.
Not even close.
You know what? Again. I'm not. CryptoQ said Microsaurus Rex. I like that. You know, again, I'm not sure what would make him come out and say that out the blue. And again, people, the biggest things is that they don't come out with the factual stuff. You know, he didn't come out from a technical point of view of why this is more by the numbers or, you know, all he just says, well, it's anonymous. We know it's not anonymous. Bitcoin is not anonymous. Pseudo-anonymous. And criminals don't use it anymore, people. Yeah. That was so 2017. That's old.
I think less than 10% of all drug transactions on the darknet, and then out of that, it's like less than 2% are used with cryptocurrency. So it's like, I mean, you could throw that in there, but we all know it's just FUD. So for people who are new, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, man. They throw it out there.
And again, he didn't add any supporting details as far as what you could do. So I mean, this all just look weird. It came out left field. Yeah. And again, I'm sure there's gonna be people to say, well, who are you to criticize Bill Gates? Hey, as we said before, I'm glad he made it, but right now everybody's on the equal playing field. This is a totally different game, and we're seeing that now when you have the likes of JP Morgan now coming out publicly. Of course, they're doing it to build that bailout they're going to need. But they're coming out publicly saying, all right, we don't know what just happened. How did you let the biggest investment in the history of man so far pass you by if you're JP Morgan or Bank of America? Yeah.
And I think that's what's killing them at night.
You know what I mean?
Like, we knew it. We should have did something about it.
The biggest, and it's still going to be the biggest. I mean, still money to be made. But you literally, I mean, come on. Out of all the analysts at JP Morgan, you didn't have nobody in Ripple,
the ones that quit
at less than a penny. I know, right? The ones that quit.
It was like, y'all tripping.
With $10-20 million spread across the board. Come on. Yeah. And these are the people we're supposed to listen to?
Yeah, get out of here, man.
Right. So Bill Gates, maybe you are a Microsaurus Rex.
Oh, yeah.
But speaking of CEOs, we have another one that came out, very wealthy, a little bit younger. So, you know, I won't say sharper because it's not an age thing, but it's the mindset thing. But Jack Dorsey, CEO of San Francisco-based payment service Square and the CEO of Twitter, said the company plans to focus on developing increased options for Bitcoin. He said that in a conference call, looks like yesterday with MarketWatch. He specifically discussed the company's Cash App. You know, they launched the Cash App on the mobile devices last year, which now allows all users to buy and sell Bitcoin in 50 states. And he is quoted by saying, Bitcoin for us is not stopping at buying and selling. We do believe that this is a transformational technology for our industry, and we want to learn as quickly as possible. That sounds like somebody I wouldn't mind working with, working for, any of those types of things.
That's exactly the answer you should have whenever you.
Like, why wouldn't you want to learn more? This is here.
When you encounter a new technology, if you look at it and say, "Nah, we don't want it," simply because it's not what we already have, you already lost. And then if you say, "Okay, well, we have it, we know everything about it," you also lost. You have to find that middle point where we're learning more about it, we're going as we, learning as we go. And their company, like I said, Cash App. If Cash App onboards, buys and sells, and being able to send it back and forth instantly, I mean, you talk about competition. So I think they'll figure it out. And I think seen the revival of Twitter because of crypto.
Yeah,
Twitter.
that's what it really is.
Crypto
He's
Twitter
seen the
brought-
revival of
yeah,
Twitter.
They
right,
brought
yeah.
Twitter back to, in my opinion, more of a fun place to be. There are some people that have their little comments of crypto, but crypto Twitter is, posting memes, throwing up charts, people talking about it's new technology. We'll look back on this 5-10 years from now and think about the good old days. But, I mean, right now I think he's on the right side of it as far as development. My man Jack, young Jackalus.
Richmond, hey, shout out to that comment. He said, billionaires have their interests, we have ours. And that's why, like, honestly, this is just commentary. Of course, we know these are smart business. Like, whether it's Dinosaur Diamond, they're smart. They know what they're doing. Yep. I mean, granted, are some of them not, did some of them miss the boat? Yes, but they're definitely doing the things right now to make money. Like you were talking about, companies are buying the shovels. Yep. You see, what is it? Which call that just bought? Was it
Circle?
Circle, yeah. Circle. That's what they're gonna do. Like, so we know they're not stupid. But it's just kind of interesting to see. This is the important thing. You talk about the market and how this affects pricing too. Mm-hmm. Now you have billionaires going back and forth. Yeah. First now you have Wall Street arguing, you have regulators arguing, and now you have billionaires going back and forth about which is right, which is wrong. When it comes to crypto, all this is doing, people, is influencing that network effect and bringing on that mainstream adoption. Oh yeah. So I'm glad to see them going back and forth. I'm glad to see them talking down on it because hopefully less people will buy it in the short term, so we can hold off on this price and buy more at a low price. But
all the rich dudes, they're gonna be on the golf course scrapping like Nate Dogg, like Nate Dogg's dog pound.
I remember that.
Swinging clubs
like Nate Dogg. Like,
I told you to get in earlier, man. Get out of my face. You know what I mean? It's just gonna be. I love when rich people argue because you get to really see the tools they use to make their point. Media for things coming out at conferences saying, because I mean the Davos conference was a whole hit job on Bitcoin, and all those people. I'm sure there was some in the crowd like, all right, we'll see.
Wow. Crypto did say Twitter, their first profitable quarter was last quarter. Wow, there we go.
Yeah,
because I remember they were going down quick for a minute. Alex said, have we heard of Mastodon, a decentralized Twitter? No, but it sounds like we need to look at it.
Sounds like something to look at. Absolutely.
All right, what else we have going on? Oh, man, of course, Coinbase is back in the news. Aren't they always? Coinbase, Bitcoin buys and sales are quoted as intermittently available. Unavailable, I thought. Intermittently available or unavailable. I think they put a story wrong, but whatever it is, Coinbase, they have problems.
Yeah, they got problems. Right. Like always.
They having problems.
Go ahead and jump on Uphold.
Right, yeah. I mean, look, we talk about it time and time over again. What's going on with Coinbase? I really think they're structuring a deal right now, people. Yeah. It might not be to sell all out. I forgot what it's called when you do the VC deal. When, you don't have to keep the valuation, but they can still give you money.
Still give you money,
yeah. So it's definitely a lot of structuring going on behind the scenes with Coinbase. They're definitely doing business deals. It makes no sense not to. For two reasons, because A, they kind of shot themselves in the foot where they're too big now and they're on the map. Regulators and big companies are like, you don't understand how this works. You don't have a choice but to work with us.
Exactly.
So they're at that level. And then also, of course, the regulators definitely want to get in and see who their customers are and all that good stuff. Yeah. So Coinbase is structuring a deal behind the scenes. That's why they're having all these issues up front when they can talk about, well, we can't afford support or training. Oh, no. What it is, they're hiring more compliance officers and more lawyers to get the business side of the house together so this thing is ready to sell if that moment's notice come up. Because honestly, if they're smart, even at the exchange, if the owners of exchange should sell as soon as possible. Yeah. Because once these decentralized exchanges drop, it's gonna be these atomic swaps get even easier, there's no point.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty weird seeing Coinbase kind of try and implement the new stuff coming. They can't because they're a centralized exchange.
And honestly, that's going to be even funnier to the Wall Street crowd and even some of the Silicon Valley who are buying things like Poloniex and stuff. They're literally going to be left holding the bag. I mean, you talk about a pump and dump. Yeah, these exchanges are going to lead them. Think about it. You just bought up the top 10 exchanges are probably worth what? Like $50 billion at least?
That's a safe number.
Yeah, $50 billion for the top 10 exchanges because we just saw Poloniex go for $400 million. Poloniex hasn't even been active lately, right?
Oh, yeah.
So let's say top 10 exchanges, $50 billion. And all these banks and big companies buy them, and then literally as soon as they fire everybody, they want to hire all these people who don't know what they're doing, and all this other stuff, change the infrastructure, and launch. No one will be using exchanges.
Yeah, it'd be like, oh yeah, a time, what I mean?
Like no one will be using exchanges. You talking about leaving them with holding the bag?
Altcoin.io. There's a few good ones out there. I mean, Prism. I mean, there's plenty of ways that they're coming out where you're about to be able to just transfer altcoins from Bitcoin without it. So. Yeah, Uphold is a dub in New York. Yeah, I know. New York that's where Wall Street is. They're not letting anything through in New York, but VPNs work.
Yeah, VPN people. Okay, thanks, Crypto Q. So correct me in public, homie.
Yeah.
He said it's the same thing, intermittently available and unavailable are the same thing. All right, appreciate it. Y'all done need these lessons every now and then.
Yep.
Let's see. Yeah. Everybody's banking on Bitcoin. We already know what time it is.
Yeah.
All right. Malaysian Central Bank. ID is now needed for any crypto exchange transaction. Cryptocurrency exchange in Malaysia must now fully identify traders after new central bank, core central bank, anti-money laundering legislation came into effect Tuesday, February 27th. A copy of the legislation and an official press release from the bank, Negara, Malaysia, BNM, states that any exchanges offering crypto to fiat, fiat to crypto, and even crypto to crypto trading must identify the customer and verify that customer's identity. I guess we're moving out of Malaysia and going right next door to Cambodia or something.
Yeah, no, right?
I mean,
people gonna be using their grandma for a crypto trader and be like, hey, y'all ain't about to tax her. So yeah, I mean, that is what I think most governments, if they can't make it themselves, they want to have an ID process to stop money laundering, which is hilarious because it's a dog chasing cars. Even when they catch it, they won't know what to do with it because there'll be somebody else who pops up. There'll be new cryptos that come out, new exchanges. The Pandora's box has been open, so all I know is they better get the hiring because it's going to be a lot of work on that. So
A1 Dubs, good. I mean, great point. A1 Dubs said, but banks are normally late and move slowly. It's the big ship that's hard to turn. Yeah. That's true. You know what? I think that's how everything has been in the past. Traditionally, like almost all businesses and government agencies, of course. And I think where we're going now, especially with the technology, we're getting out of there. You talk about now you can have things on the cloud 24/7. You know, instead we used to have hard drives or floppy disks, CDs. You know, now everything's cloud. We're streaming all our music. So I think everything we're doing, including businesses, are going to have to start operating like that. Of course, it's uncomfortable for big business, and the reason why I think is like more of a psychological thing is that control. If you have, if you are JP Morgan, you got hundreds of thousands of employees, you want to be able, what's going on in each pot, but you're going to have to turn into this companies where, you shed a lot of weight, you trust people to do their job, you train them, you qualify them, you trust them to do their job, and you just let them go and make the company money because you're going to have to turn faster. I mean, and I didn't talk about JP Morgan. For anybody that's watching us who's starting a business in 20 years, whatever, you might be a 100,000 man, 10,000 person business. You're going to have to move faster. So.
Yeah, and some of the stuff they have 3 to 5 business days for payment. That's
come on, that's crazy.
That's ridiculous, man. Yeah. That's going away. Easy. Let's see. People got projects. Okay, nice.
Yeah. If you got projects out, that might be the free Bitcoin question. If you got projects, go ahead and shout them out.
Shout them out. Yeah.
Japanese e-commerce giant Rakuten. It sounds like something from Street Fighter. To launch its own cryptocurrency. Japan's largest e-commerce company, Rakuten, with a market cap of over $12.5 billion, is planning to launch its own cryptocurrency called, guess what? Rakuten. The coin's gonna be based, of course. This is how I can tell where like either the person writing didn't know too much, or maybe they simplified it for the audience, or the company doesn't know. But they said the coin is based on blockchain technology. Yeah, you don't say.
Oh yeah,
and the existing Rakuten Super Points loyalty program. Sounds centralized to me.
Sounds, yeah.
CEO Hiroshi Mikitani described the newly announced asset as a borderless currency. Aren't they all? But anyway, underlying Rakuten's vision of differentiating itself from its online retail rivals like Amazon, Alibaba, or eBay, and recreating the relationship between retailers and merchants.
Yeah.
I mean, kudos to them. Good stuff. But a lot of fancy talk to say we're doing with blockchain technology Bitcoin is doing right now as well.
Yeah, we need to catch up. Basically.
We're just going to centralize it, and we're going to keep 100% of the profit.
We need to catch up, and we need to use crypto now. There's going to be a lot of companies that do that, like we discussed before. Just throw blockchain in the name or in the description. Boom. Now you got people interested. So yeah, Rakuten. Good luck with that.
Not based on petro technology. Well, I know, right, Crypto Q?
Yeah.
Oh, man. No, I mean, like you said, it's going to be... I mean, we're going into the institutional route already. I think this time next year, if you're a company that hasn't already launched a coin or thinking about it, then people are going to look at you like you're crazy. At least your investors will, because it does make sense. Like, you don't have to use the dollar anymore. Like, launch it. Yeah, if I'm a company and I have a $12.5 billion market cap, or if I have 1,000 customers or online shoppers or whatever you have customers coming to you, why not take crypto? I mean, and why not have your own coin?
Yeah.
Granted, you don't need it by any means. So when they give you that 55-page white paper, feel free. You don't need it. Read it. I'm already telling you what it's going to be. It's going to be centralized. They're going to have large share profit. It probably won't last past 5-10 years
A lot of
unless
four-syllable
it's
words.
a ridiculous company. No, a lot of four-syllable words.
I mean, nothing.
But as a company trying to, especially if they're aggressively trying to expand, or just or their market share is low and they need that revitalization.
Throw crypto in there.
Just go ahead and throw some crypto in there.
I've been trying that with small businesses all around.
And it
Tell them
works.
like, hey, you throw crypto in there, you accept Bitcoin, you need every advantage you can get as a small business. Throw that in there, you already ahead of the curve. So these big businesses are going to do it. So
a Satoshi-like name that'll take them far. That's pretty funny, Jamal J. Michael Jones, do we feel Neo is stable or close to Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin?
Yes, I like Neo more than Ethereum. However, price-wise, I would wait for a better entry point. But yeah, I like Neo for the long term as far as learning. I'm actually learning how to build smart contracts on there now.
Boom, there you go.
So when you see DAP from Bitcoin Zay on Neo, you all the first to know.
All right. And then Michael Jones and everyone else. So questions like that, again, this is why we have that group we just started, the Digital Assets Group in the newsletter. You can send us one of those questions. We'll respond back to you, or somebody from the team will respond back to you. What we say?
Oh, yeah.
What's the
24
time?
hours.
Within 24 hours, you get an in-depth answer.
Oh, yeah.
And that is right now only $49 flat a month.
Oh, yeah.
That's great. That's like $1.26 a day.
That's
a cup of coffee a day to get some more money, people.
One trade, you can make your money back.
You really can.
Yeah. I mean, even if you pay yearly, one
trade
could get your money back.
One trade could get your money
definitely
back.
making the price low because, we actually make money from trading, so we don't necessarily have to push it. Like some people, like $800 a month, some crazy stuff. Like 0.1 Bitcoin, that's $1,000 a month. So, yeah, we try to make it low entry.
Do have that.
Yeah, it's crazy. But, cool.
And last but not least, Berkeley. They're doing an ICO at Berkeley. Berkeley College. Why are they doing ICO?
Berkeley,
tell me
city.
About this. The city of Berkeley.
Yeah,
okay.
The city of Berkeley, California.
That's why I couldn't find that story.
They have come out with what may be the first implementation of an initial community offering. They are actually, and make sure to get this right, they have partnered with an app called Neighborly to try and divide the municipal bonds, which is used for housing, and then have an initial community offering so that people can share the cost of housing, which going forward in the future, we've already said this, people are about to start building their own countries and building their own communities. And this is one of the biggest steps is if you have an initial community offering and people put in what they can, and then the amount raised is split among the costs to build new housing, and it costs less, people can get houses just like that. People save money. I mean, that's a genius idea. I mean, people have come up with it before, but in Berkeley, in a small town, they've actually, decided we'll do it like this. I've seen that in Amsterdam, Estonia. They've had smaller places that have done that. So that is good news for the space. More people will be coming towards crypto, trying to basically form their own communities. Because we don't need these people. If you haven't noticed, we really don't need these people. If you haven't got it by now, the money was the last thing. That was basically the
money
last
was
step.
the last thing. So the money, economic freedom.
Yeah, I was gonna say because you could use the internet to get free information. You could use e-commerce to sell goods and services, start a business on your own. And then the money aspect of it, you don't have to go through banks anymore. So boom, you're a free person.
Well, not only that, once you do have enough people that are free from the restriction of their own money, and you start doing business using your own crypto, Andres Anonymous, we always talk about it. He always talk about all you need is one other person, right? Yep. Think about neighborhoods and cities and big cities like we're in LA, huge city. If you just have certain neighborhoods saying we're only using this neighborhood coin, like if you want to do business with this neighborhood or this area of this city, this is the coin we use, and they build themselves up like that. Let's say they actually, hey, we're going to have our own police force over here that will get credited and sanctioned by the government, but we're going to have them over here too. Pay for them with your own crypto. Like you can literally build out anything you want with this technology. So
and you create the constant demand because people constantly are going to want to buy it, or to use it. And I mean, I've stated that before with small communities that if you just have 3 or 4 of the biggest businesses say,
that's it.
We accept Bitcoin for a discount, or we only accept cryptocurrency. Boom! What are people going to have to do? Use cryptocurrency. So the demand is coming, the people are coming, and somebody said we need more black people in it. Like I said, we are here at CLAA. We'll be doing that at the booth, but all people we market to. We're trying to get everybody involved.
Yeah, everybody needs to be involved
because honestly, a lot of people still sit on the sidelines, which is hilarious because these banks aren't. I can tell you that right now.
They're revving up. They see the future.
Yep.
All right. Other than that, so for the free, did you already have a free Bitcoin one?
No. We can use that for the free Bitcoin.
Okay. Yeah. So for the free Bitcoin today, in quotes, go ahead and put either what blockchain or Bitcoin or crypto related project you're currently working on. So it gives you a chance to push it, promote it. Feel free to put all your links. If Google catches it, then we'll make sure you can show it. Or if you're not working on anything, put down what type of project you think you might want to work on.
Yeah.
So your dream project in this space.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead and put it down again. Make sure if you are working on something, put your links down so we can relink or maybe give you a shout out tomorrow to drive a little bit more traffic as well.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
Other than that, do we have anything today? Anything else?
That's all for me.
Again,
just remember, subscriptions, $49 a month, $4.99 for the year. So much great stuff in there. We already kicked it off Monday.
Oh, and you get discounted shirts when you sign up as
discount.
well.
Yep.
Merchandise discounted shirts.
And a free Bitcoin starter guide for my beginners out there. So.
Boom. There you go. We're going to show you
speed.
everything A to Z. Other than that, we'll be at CIAA. I think we're going to try to stream live from there, right?
Yep.
Or it'll be about over by the time.
Yeah, well, the time we go on, it'll be stream time. But that's the thing. We can stream.
We'll figure it out.
We can stream it, leaving and handing out stuff. We got it.
All right.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing that tomorrow at the Convention Center in Charlotte.
Yeah,
Charlotte, North Carolina Convention Center. And other than that, just sitting in the country looking at trees. So you all have a great day, and we will see you next time. How y'all like that screen? That little outro screen. There we go. Shout out to Alec for hooking this all up, too. He taught us all this. Go ahead and put his mute button.